Hi, this is Teresa at Track Creation for You, where we explore, experiment, and execute effectively. Today, I have some breaking news that I want to share with the virtual assistant community. I have some alarming stats that all virtual assistants need to be aware of. So, if you guys have been following me on Instagram, you know that I am the nerdy girl with stats, and I got some Google versus Microsoft results that I want to share with you today. Okay, so Tech Radar is a publication company that actually put out a lot of articles and blog posts about what's going on in the community. And over the 4th of July weekend, I'm just, scrolling through my phone and saw these headlines. And the first one was exclusive. Microsoft continues to crush Google in the key battleground. So immediately, I wanted to read that. The second article focused on the results where they had interviewed 500 US businesses, doing the Google versus Microsoft, and you're going to be alarmed with the results. So I want to share that with you today. So the first thing that the article focused on was the Google pricing. So Google has adopted, very similar to what Microsoft does, and adopted the pricing tiering program where they charge for the business starter $6 and then the business standard $12. I actually have the Microsoft business plan that is cost me about $12.50 per month, and then their premium plan here is $18. But what alarmed me was this section right here. They said the pro for their Google Workspace is simple but functional and great for teams, but not enough powerful features. And it said not designed for on-site workspaces. Now, if you remember, Google actually started the cloud workspace and Microsoft followed, and Microsoft really focused on the on-site, meaning working from your desktop for the enterprise company. But when you look at Microsoft pricing, they're very similar. So in my mind, you guys who are strictly working in the Google application is working harder versus smarter, but the Google Workspace the pricing is about the same, right? So I thought that was alarming there, and I wanted to share that information with you. This is just my perspective, but I'm just sharing my thoughts. The other thing that I thought in this article that was very alarming was it says, what is the difference between the Google Workspace and G Suite? And they really just said the new pricing structure and promises for further changes to come down the road. What does that mean? Right? So what do they mean by, more changes come down the road? Now, and I know that with the actual application itself, that if you start to look down the left navigation, that they have given you a navigation bar to get between applications quicker, very similar to what Microsoft is doing. So I know there are some changes around the product, but along with the pricing. So what we do know is Google, Gmail, all the emails, they own that platform, right? So they have 1.8 billion email users on Gmail as of 2020. And I know, think about it in this sense, every year that email increases like every 3%. So has been reported that they have 1.8 billion users. That's huge. Now, keep in mind that the Gmail application launched in 2004. The G Suite came after 2 years later, and then they started to work on the Google Workspace as of 2020. But when it comes to the emails, I even have a Gmail account, so they own that platform. Now, when it comes to Microsoft Outlook.com, only 400 million users, right? And that was as of 2018. I could not find any numbers to, represent 2020 numbers to be comparable to Google. But if you think about that 3% increase year after year, let's just factor, I do have my calculator here, about 450 million. Again, they don't touch Google when it comes to email. Now, the numbers that I did find on the internet, it didn't say if it included Hotmail or Outlook live users. So, when you think about the launch dates, Hotmail, which is the email system that came out in July of 1996, so they've been around for quite some time. Outlook.com launched their application in 2012, and the Office products, they're about 30 to 35 years old. So they've been around since like 1983. Okay, so let's think about the premium paid services. You're going to be alarmed with these numbers. So with Google Workspace, it has been reported that they only have 4 million users, that is, paid subscribers to the Google Workspace. And when you compare to Microsoft, 270 million active users. And if you've been following me on IG, you know that I've been reporting these numbers for quite some time now. I just was blown away. Since COVID, Microsoft has almost doubled their users since COVID. But keep in mind, Google Workspace is really for the everyday individual people versus the corporate enterprise. So a lot of nonprofits may use the Google Workspace because it's free, where with corporations, they don't mind purchasing for licensing. So this is the reason why you're here today. And I wanted to share this information. So Technar, who used OnePulse to conduct a survey for them, and they interviewed 500 US businesses, they reported that only 15% of those surveyed people use Google Workspace compared to 58.6%. That's a big difference, people, right? So this is going to be really important for the virtual assistants to really pay attention to this number. And I'm going to get to that in a couple more slides, so hang on. So this article also reported the global revenue between the two companies, and they had said that Google Workspace only made $5 billion compared to Microsoft Cloud Services made $15 billion. Okay, pay attention, virtual assistants. Look at the revenue difference between them. So I hope you're already thinking that this is going to also impact your revenue, right? So hang in there, stay with me. So, one of the things was Tech Radar reported that Google had said changes are on the way. And the headline says, Google set to force G Suite freeloaders to cough up, and businesses are mad. They're mad because what has happened is, I reported this earlier in the beginning of the year, is that Google had announced that users must pay for the Google Workspace services starting actually in June. And what they've done, they've extended it to August, and they gave you the month of July free. That's the type of discount that they gave you the month of July. And clients, businesses are mad. So this is what I want, some of the headlines or what was in this article that I want to point out to you. So it says, for businesses, the G Suite Legacy free edition would no longer be available in June. And they end up giving you a discount through August, only 1 month. Now, the reason why I wanted to point this out is Microsoft had said back in February that any Google businesses that want to migrate over to their platform, that they were going to give you 60% discount. Now, let's get my calculator. So let's do the math. So if one program costs $6 and you get a 60% discount for the whole entire year, you're only paying $3.60 per month. Just like for the 1250 plan, for the business standard plan, that they're only going to be paying $7.50 a month for the first year. And Microsoft said that, hey, they're going to help you migrate your business over. And Google's only giving you 1 month free. Think about that, people. Okay, let me keep it moving. There was another part that alarmed me in this article was it says if you're using Google G Suite Legacy free edition for non-commercial purposes, you can opt out of the transition to Google Workspace. You can continue using your custom domain with Gmail and retain access at no cost services such as Google Drive and Google Meets. So this is huge. What this is really saying is you're only going to get your Gmail, you're only going to have the Google Drive, and you're going to have the Google Meet. What is going to happen to everybody else that's using their platform for free, right? So I hope this has been an eye-opener for you guys, because you guys need, as a business supporter and a business owner for these virtual assistants industry, you need to be thinking about this and keep up on what's going on in the news when it comes to Google. You're going to be surprised. Here's another piece that alarmed me as well. And it says, one client actually said, it's less about the amount that they are charging. It's more about the fact that they changed the rules. They could change the rules again at any time. Like I had said just earlier, they made this announcement in January and they gave people like 5 to 8 months to get it together. So think about it, that this could impact you down the road, that they're going to give you guys only, 5 to 8 months notice about a change, and this is your livelihood. So think about that. The last one I'm going to leave you with is this particular author, Max Slater Robbins, published in May of 2022, and he said a battle of for the office. The biggest thing Google has going for it is the fact that many people already uses its services because they free, unlike the Office suite that is especially true to educational institutional. So again, that it's going to be a shift. If any of these businesses decide to move over to Microsoft, they may not be familiar with that product. Again, pay attention, because here is an opportunity for you to have that diverse portfolio. If you've been following, I say that a lot, that if you have this diverse portfolio, you can help these businesses make that transition. So keep that in mind. Okay, so why am I telling you this? Important information. Why is this important to you? Let me tell you why. Got my calculator. Let's do the math. So if 15% of 500 US businesses that were surveyed said that they prefer Google over Microsoft. That we're only talking about 75 businesses, right? Compared to Microsoft having that 58.6%, we're now talking about 293 businesses, right? So just think about that for a second. Numbers, this is why I like to be analytical, because numbers help you make decisions and help you with your strategy, with your business strategy. Okay, so that is a difference between 218 total US businesses. So that's missed opportunities. That's you leaving money on the table for someone who already knows Microsoft. You're not even in the game. So, think about when if Google make a dramatic change in their business strategy, and because they want to make sure they get their revenue, global revenue, closer to the 15 billion, this is going to impact you, right? So I wanted to make sure I leave you guys with a positive note, because the last slide might have you a little down a little bit. I hope it has you thinking, but I don't want it to bring you down. That's not what my purpose is. So I said, I went and looked up what the angel number 218 means, and I was just amazed with the response. And it means force. So, force is a powerful word. It's aggressive. Being a business owner and a business supporter, you have to be forceful to, make sure that you are in the game compared to others who is after the same clients, right? But let me continue to read, and this is what wowed me. Let me continue to read what it said. It said, remember, you are strong enough to make your plans and dreams come true. Your angels are also by your side, guiding and encouraging you. With all these things working for you, there is no way you won't succeed. And I was like, wow. You can't make this stuff up, right? I can't make this stuff up. I just randomly went to that site, put in that number, and this is the message, right? This is the message for you. So think about that. Okay, so I've been talking about that as a virtual assistant, your business is your livelihood. Skill up, right? You're going to have that diverse portfolio and learn the Microsoft products too, maybe sooner than later. So there's a lot of free and paid training available to you. When you see things on Instagram, don't just like the post, learn it, execute it, because technology is our future and the future is now. You are our future. The other thing is to, you got to have strong technical skills. I have been on a guest on several podcasts and Instagram live and, networking and collaborating with a lot of virtual assistant coaches. And my line is to you is digital growth is a mindset and a virtual assistant's profitability, right? So again, you are a business supporter, you are a business owner. You want to be as efficient as possible to have that business longevity. And you're not going to learn everything overnight. So start now, right? Because you want to gain and retain clients. You want to be respectable. You want to be known as an expert, right? You want that financial stability. You guys who follow me knows that I don't like to say financial freedom. It's about financial stability, because the bottom line is, and this is the reason why you are a virtual assistant, that you want more family time. You want that mental well being. Some people just don't like working in the corporate world, and we all want better homes, better car, and better vacation. It doesn't matter how much money you make, you always want more and better, right? Okay, so this is how I can help you, right? My company is Track Creation for E, where we explore, experiment to execute effectively. We offer Microsoft 365 training via webinars and self study coming. Self study will be coming. But right now, reserve some time with me, some mentoring time with me, where we can work on what you know or you don't know and start to build your skill sets, right? If you want to just focus first on, building your skills with Outlook, or if you want to focus on building your skills with Microsoft, let's do that. I know that coming soon that I had a program that's going to actually walk you through on how to download Microsoft products for 30 days, right? For 30 days. And I'm going to walk you through on how to use these, not just what it can do, but I'm going to actually show you some tips and tricks on how to use the product, because again, Microsoft is constantly, adding enhancements to their products that I constantly have to keep learning too, because with this, online cloud services, they're always evolving. So I'm here to help you, and this is what I love to do. Visit my website, trackcreationfore.com. The vault, I have a lot of tricks and tips there, with a blog post and video. You can visit my YouTube channel. And if you have any questions or want to kind of talk about what does this look like for you, send me an email to meet@trackcreationfore.com. Okay, this page, because I didn't want you guys to really think that I was making this stuff up. These were really true articles that I've read over the weekend of the 4th of July. Here are the article links and the date and the author that published them. You can have it, and if you want to read it for yourself, feel free to do so. Thank you for joining me today. This is Teresa Cyrus at Track Creation for E. Have a good day.